Welcome back. Bring you now coverage of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi activity during the second half of May. Details as follow.
خلال النصف الثاني من شهر مايو قام السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي بالعديد من الأنشطة والاجتماعات، حيث اجتمع السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي مع رئيس مجلس الوزراء ووزير التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي
Mustafa Madbouli, as well as the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, to review the plan of the ministry with regards to developing Egyptian higher education sector and turning it into an international education hub. Also, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held Eid al-Adha prayers at Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Mosque at the strategic area of the new capital. After the prayers, President al-Sisi exchanged greetings with the attendees on the occasion, and he also joined many officials and high-ranking officials for breakfast. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi delivered an address on the occasion of Egypt's celebration of Africa Day, which was held at Cairo University this year. I would like to congratulate all African peoples on the occasion of Africa Day, hoping continued prosperity for our African continent. Also, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met Mr. Mohammed Ali Nafti, the Minister of Foreign Affairs for Tunisia, and President al-Sisi spoke about Egypt's relationships and strategic partnerships, both officially and unofficially, between Egypt and Tunisia, discussing cooperation in several mutual spheres. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi also received Mr. Ahmed Attaf, Foreign Minister of and African Affairs of Algeria, and during their meeting they exchanged greetings and was given a greeting by Algerian President Abdelmajid Tebboune, who expressed his great feelings for President al-Sisi. Also, President al-Sisi met with Mr. Hassan Abdallah, the governor of the central bank. Their meeting discussed several issues related to the Egyptian economic development and efforts with regards to decreasing inflation as well as increasing foreign direct investments. Also, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the Prime Minister and Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy, as well as the Presidential Advisor for Financial Affairs. Their meeting discussed the recent developments related to renewable energy sources in Egypt. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the Minister of Endowments and the Presidential Advisor for the Engineering Authority of the Armed Forces. And during their meeting at the new capital, they discussed the plans of the Ministry of Endowments to develop several buildings related to the ministry. Also, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the head of the military and the engineering authority at the strategic center at the new capital, and they discussed during their meeting the developments related to the projects in the engineering authority for the armed forces. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi witnessed the inauguration of the Mahwar Sheikh Zayed in Giza Governorate, the Daba axis, formerly known. Following the inauguration, the President conducted an inspection tour, and also we saw inauguration of a Naba and water modeling operation and control system. Also, the President spoke about the strategic vision of this project in order to link all new and agricultural lands, and at the end of the celebration, the President proceeded to the wheat harvesting site, concluding his inspection tour. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a phone call from the French President Emmanuel Macron, where they discussed the strategic bilateral ties between Egypt and France. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a call from President Kais Saied, President of Tunisia, as well as His Excellency King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, King of Bahrain, and Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Sultan of Oman, to congratulate him on the occasion of Eid al-Adha, wishing Egypt and the Egyptian people prosperity. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a phone call from the Iranian President, Masoud Pezeshkian, where they discussed the efforts by the two sides of reaching a ceasefire between the United States and Iran. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a conference call with several Arab leaders and regional leaders, including as well as the U.S. President, to discuss the developments regarding a consistent ceasefire between the United States and Iran, discussing the current developments in the region. Also, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a phone call with Mr. Ali Falah, the Prime Minister of Iraq, where President el-Sisi congratulated him on the occasion of his post. By this, we wrap up President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's activities and meetings for the second half of the month of May. Thank you for joining us.